You asked me to to make the same speech. I mean, the same conversation. I was talking about environment. Sometimes we talk about this, and actually I didn't change no speech. This is basically my last 5 years thinking, and when I was making the press analyze this morning, and I was searching for the oil price today. Actually, somebody actually a friend of ours just said, so what about that news associated to the WordPress that says, to the WordPress site that says that actually oil production will rise because of climate changes, and it's doing right now, and it's predictable that it will be even worse. And so this is a round circle, which means that the more you burn oil, the more climate changes you'll have. Anyway, well, let's be pragmatic. One thing is to actually have a mineral that with the same quantity, with the same abundancia, with the same having the same on natural resource, and producing the same million kilowatts that we are used to on our quality of life, on our society, then you will have a possibility of erasing the production of finishing with the oil as the monopoly of energy in this world, because actually the all alternative energies that people are trying to, they do not support the production of energy that we actually need as a society. So, but that's what I was saying, there is uranium, and there is nuclear centrals, there is that natural resources in that volume of supplying in nature that produces the same amount of energy that we need. The question is the radioactive waste. And the radioactive waste, as you know, and I was saying that back in the 90s and some part of the 80s, the French, for instance, had some kind of disasters on Pacific by dropping the barrels with radioactive waste. And I researched a few while, because I went to, as you know, nuclear bombs, improvised nuclear bombs, and I understood it that all radioactive, and one of the issues is that uranium is all over the world, is right here, because it's natural on the surface, on the first layer of Earth. And one of the things is that it's decay, it's natural decay, not enriched uranium, okay, but its natural decay comes from the light of the sun. And I went there and I searched for that tip, and I understood it that if you use ultraviolet light, artificial, you can actually decay uranium. That means that you are accelerating all the process, something that usually on nature takes 40 years to decay. It would be achieved on 6 months or even less, depends on how the technology would be settled, would be think. This means that there's a perspective of using the nuclear centrals and using the nuclear energy as a clean energy source, and erasing and deleting the dependence on oil. That wouldn't be expensive at all. That wouldn't be expensive at all if you make really the accounting. It wouldn't. So you stay with these two. You can derivate these two brushes from the three, which is what else but oil, on that exactly points, on that exactly aspects, or uranium with the cleaning, the biodegradable technique. So if not, you actually will end up the planet. My cat doesn't have little babies, never did, but the little cats like him will not survive this planet. And at the end of the video, I talk about it's predictable this summer that the temperature will rise 45 degrees Celsius, which means that we are right here, right now, and more 1 or 2 degrees, 46 or 47, in human beings cannot survive at that temperature. So what are we doing? And I end the way I started. These words is made from someone who doesn't have no public opinion, visual. That I'm not saying by no one, and I'm not a political party. Neither one of us. If we go to a radical, and if we go, jump the bridge over there in Lisbon, if you get, on top of the bridge, they will call the cops. They won't say it on TV, what are you doing? And they will say to you, now you pay because you just damaged the economy for 1 hour or two. So radical or words, this is not going nowhere. So actually you want something, you actually have to use the reason, use the scientific available to you, and do it. That's my opinion. Thank you for watching.